Happy Tuesday, I guess it is for you. I just left my office. I had to come in and get some things that I left in there over the weekend for my book. I feel like absolute shit. Went to the doctor this morning, got an antibiotic called in. I've got to go pick that up. So hopefully that will help, but I don't even know if that's what's wrong with me, that antibiotic is going to help. It's really weird, like the inside of my lips are like chapped. So, it's a beautiful day outside in Broderpool. They took that whole building down. How are you guys doing today? I have not had my coffee yet, and I'm like, not even sure. Did I like focus this way in? Yeah, I'm not even sure like I want coffee today, but I feel like I should have coffee because I get it every day. But I feel like shit. I look like shit. I need to get a coffee. I need to take a shower, and hopefully that will make me feel a little bit better. I don't remember where I parked. I think I parked over here on the other side of the McDonald's parking lot. There's never any parking in Broderpool anymore. Would it be so funny if I just like drove through or walked through, said, I'll have a Diet Coke, please. Anyway. Found my car. That girl just said, I'm full. I love eating at McDonald's, like in the place. Is that weird? I don't know why I love eating in fast food restaurants. Please let me start feeling better. You guys, on my main channel, I've got like 4,000 new subscribers because Keemstar shouted me out on Drama Alert. I like woke up to that today and I was like, oh my God, that is so cool. He is such a nice guy for doing that. I mean, I've been really blessed on YouTube so far to have some really nice people like in the past, you know, shout me out. Like Trisha Paytas shouted me out, Shane Dawson shouted me out, Charles Gross shouted me out, and you know, like they really helped my channel, and I'm so appreciative of that because it's really hard. I was saying this in my YouNow stream last night. Maybe I said it on here, I don't know. But it's really hard. I'm like still like living in the mentality of Orange is the New Black because I'm watching that, I'm like binge watching it. But like I feel like shit, and when I feel like shit, I don't want to watch a TV show. So I like watch like one episode and then I'm like, I can't do this anymore, I have to go to bed. And that's how I've been like the last couple days. So I'm literally on like episode 4, but I'm not thinking straight because I'm like in the storyline. Do you guys ever do that when you get really into a show? But I was saying this either on my vlog or I was saying this in my live YouNow stream last night, like to really like get a channel anywhere. It's really why I try to shout out a lot of smaller YouTubers that are smaller than me. It's not like I'm huge by any means, but is because like it's like to pass it on, you know, like do the nice thing. And nobody would ever have noticed me if some people hadn't like shouted me out. So it means the world to me, you know. And I think that's why so many people like move to California, because then, you know, they can do collabs with each other and they're all there and whatever. But like I don't really have any desire to be in LA, honestly. I feel like the Sissy Spacek or the Jessica Lange of YouTube, like I just don't want to sell out, and like I don't feel like it's selling out to move to LA. Like, well, that's wrong. Like if I was 25, I would move to LA and, you know, all this kind of stuff. But like at where I'm at now, like I either want to stay in Indiana or move to Florida, because that was our plan, you know. We had talked for a while about moving to Las Vegas. I could totally move to Las Vegas, although I'd be broke all the time from the casinos. Can you even imagine? But anyway, I'm so thankful. It's been such a cool thing that he shouted me out, and he didn't just shout me out. He was like, everybody go subscribe to him, which was like, oh my God. When I saw that, I was like, holy shit. So anyway, doesn't it suck being sick? I hate it. And I really hate, and this is going to sound so stupid, but I really hate being sick when it's hot because it just is more uncomfortable for me. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm trying not to be a bitch today. I'm really trying just to be like, you know, like, you're sick, get over it. So what? The whole world has worse things going on. And you can be grateful for all this stuff, you know? That's what I'm trying to be today. I'm like craving like some big like juice, you know what I mean? Like fresh squeezed juices that will just like make me feel better. There's this new juice place right by us. I was thinking about going there. Those juice places are always so expensive though. Creaky Halloween door. I don't know why. It's like inside my mouth. It like hurts. It's like in my lips. Isn't that the weirdest thing? It is so pretty today. This will be a perfect day to lay by the pool, and there's no one going to be up there. It's 92 degrees, and maybe I should just go do it anyway. Maybe it'll make me feel better, you know? I already feel so fat, and I'm hungry, and it's like, well, you can feel fat and be at home, or you can feel fat and be at the pool. I'd rather feel fat and be at the pool. Reminds me of that book Dumpling by Julie Murphy. I read that last year. It was so good. Did you guys read that book? Oh my God. If you haven't read Dumpling by Julie Murphy, go get it today and read it this summer. It's such a good summer read. It's about, I'm going to go this way today because I'm going to go to the Goodwill and see if they have any thrift books. But it's about this girl, and her name is Willow Dean, and she's heavyset, and she works at a fast food place, and she enters this beauty pageant because her mom wants her to. It all takes place in the summer. It's so good. If you guys haven't read the book, you need to see it. I think they're making it into a movie. I hope they make it into a movie. I always get excited that the books I love, they make into movies, but then when I go see the movies, I'm disappointed in them, like, if that makes sense. Like, I loved Paper Towns by John Green so much. I was so excited to see that. And I remember the night that we went, it was like dead in the movie theater. The movie theater that we go to the most has like those seats that are like recliners, and I love it. And I had my candy and everything. I was so excited about it, and I was so disappointed in that movie. And I was like, what's that girl, that model that played Margot in the book? I can't think of what her name is. She's gorgeous, but I thought she would play such a good Margot, and everybody was talking about it. She was so bad as Margot. I was just not impressed with her as Margot at all. And I think that's the thing, is I think that each person reads a book differently, and I think that you conjure up like an idea of a character based on minimal facts that you have compared to maybe somebody in your life. And so, do you hear my voice? Like, I've like literally almost lost my voice. And then you, because of that, you know, like when you go to see a movie, if that person doesn't match your idea of what that character is like, then you probably aren't going to like the movie, which is why for me, like when I saw To Kill a Mockingbird, Scout in the movie was Scout in the book for me. So I loved To Kill a Mockingbird so much. I'm trying to think of another movie that was like that for me. Well, like Z Nation, I thought is that what that movie was called? Or is that the TV show? What's World War Z with Brad Pitt? I thought the movie was 10 times better than the book. I didn't like the book. I didn't even really get it, to be honest with you. It was like kind of weird. What's another movie that I liked better than the book, or vice versa? Well, I just talked about this on my BookTube channel the other day, that Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I did not love that book at all. will not be finishing the rest of the series. And I didn't like the movie either. But then I noticed that the movie was free on cable the other day. So I was like, well, maybe I'll try it again, because I didn't get through it the first time. Alex and I only watched half of it. I thought that the movie was just as unique and weird as the book, but I just didn't like either one of them. The book Jaws is so different than the movie. That's a great summer read too. But the movie is so completely different. They don't even feel like the same thing when you read them. And of course, I'm terrified of sharks because of Jaws, and I've seen the movie and all of the movie, the whole franchise for years and years and years and years and years. And when I read the book last summer, I was so surprised because it was so completely different than the movie was. I hope this biker doesn't go across as I'm like, yeah. And then what else did I read? I'll tell you what was so much better than the book. A Single Man by Chris Isherwood. I loved the book. I thought the book was fantastic. So sad. It was so sad. It took place in, like, I think the 50s, early 60s. And it was about a college professor whose partner dies. Like, he's gay and his partner dies. Come on, sweetie. Let's go. She has no clue what she is doing. And, but nobody knows that it's his partner. So, like, because they're not out.
Hi, how can I help you?
Can I get a venti iced coffee with 2 equal, please?
Sure. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, 322 is the window.
Alright, I'll be right back. I hate having this thing on when I go through the window. Sometimes I get real weird about it. Okay, I got my coffee and I'm leaving. But yeah, that book, A Single Man, was like, I'm gonna go to the bank now, in the post office. That girl just took a picture of me. She was like low grade like this, like on her Snapchat. She just took a picture of me. Do you think she knew who I was? That's like the one thing that's interesting to me is, like somebody asked me the other day, they're like, do you get noticed a lot? And I'm like, people won't come up to me and be like, are you Peter? And I'm like, it kills me. Like it happens probably once or twice a week. It happens in Indianapolis, which is weird if you think about it. About how big the world is and how few people know, like in comparison to the world, how few people really know who I am, but that it happens once or twice a week in Indianapolis. Isn't that strange? What is this do? Oh my God, it's people on this Monn trail in Indianapolis. We have this trail that goes all through Indianapolis, and it's bikers and runners and walkers and stuff. It, like, people just like come right out in the middle of the intersection because it goes through major streets. It kills me. But anyway, so yeah. So I don't know what I was saying. What was I saying? What was I talking about? Oh, but it's weird to me. And like people will like, I'll notice like people taking pictures of me, probably because I'm just so good looking. Joking. Anyway, but I'll notice like people like really like trying hard to like take a picture of me, like, and I'm like, just come up and say hi to me, like, I hope you guys over there, the Wolfpack. By the way, I just want to say, Wolfpack, that we just passed 6,000 subscribers on this vlog. I'm so excited. I never thought that would happen. I think that's so cool. Tracy and Michelle and everybody on Twitter, we're getting real excited about it and retweeting it and trying to get people to follow me. So thank you guys. Yeah, that was really cool. That totally made my day. I mean, I think that 6,000 subscribers in 6 months is not bad. What do you guys think? I think that's pretty good, don't you? And I think I get about like A little bit under half of that amount that watch his vlog on a daily basis. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, I'm the deal. Anyway, I was reading this comment underneath these comments underneath my videos from all these new people that just found me, and they're like, so many of them are like, oh my, the two most consistent comments of who I remind people of is Shane Dawson and Joey Graceffa, and I'm like, well, I guess that's not bad company since I think they're both rather attractive and very talented. So I was like, all right. This coffee tastes so good. I'm really hungry, but I need to eat healthy. I don't know what I want. I need to probably just like eat soup or something, don't you think? This poor girl out here. She has sat out here for, I don't know, 2 years and said that she needs money because she's homeless. I feel so bad for those people, but most of the time it's not real. Have you seen those Dateline things? But I still get real sad about it, and I feel bad. This one woman, she sat in front of Walmart over here, and she had this sign that said, I thought it was real creative. It said that her veteran husband had died and they couldn't afford a funeral, and she needed money for the funeral, and she had all these kids out there with her. So I gave her some money. You know, I felt bad for her. I think I gave her like $10 or something like that, because I thought, well, you know, I mean, that would be really hard, you know. And I was telling my best friend this, whose son's in the Marines, she's like, you know, they do help out with funeral expenses for people that were in the armed services a lot of times. And I said, oh, I didn't know that. A year later, I go to the same Walmart, and there is that gal out there with that same old sign about her Army veteran husband having needed money for a funeral a year later. I guess they hadn't buried him yet. Oh, so now I don't give any money to those people. I feel bad about it, though. It's like one bad apple ruins the bunch. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's some people out there that really need it. There's this dude downtown, though, I ain't gonna lie to you. I give him my money every time I see him, and he's got this sign. He sits in the corner, and he is as happy as he wants to be, and his sign says, I ain't gonna lie, it's for liquor. And I love it, and I give him $1 every time I see him. I'm like, listen, you know what? I'm not into enabling people's addictions, but you're being honest about it, and I'm not going to get you into treatment anyway by 12-stepping you or something. So, you know what? If you're going to, here's $1. Find a good place, a safe place to sleep for the night, and, you know. I have absolutely no desire to walk into Costco to have to get this antibiotic. Are you guys ever like that? Like when you have errands and you're like, I just can't do it today. Like, I just can't do it today. That's how I feel about it. And I can't film in Costco. You know why? They asked me not to. They said, I had my camera on in there, and they said, oh, you have to fill out a form for that. I said, okay. Because I was going to show Alex and I shopping for a washer and dryer. So if you know somebody at Costco corporate out there, A, they should have let us buy our washer and dryer there and film the whole thing, because it would have been a really good vlog, and they would have gotten a lot of people noticing them and their friendly services, of which I don't think they have friendly services. And now, because of how this all went down, I may switch to Sam's Club next year. So they might have just lost a customer. And the other thing is, they should have just given me a washer and dryer, or a dryer, because I'm YouTube famous. No, I'm joking. So I went in there, had my camera with me. Okay, so I don't know what is going on, but like my camera just shut off. I think it's because it's now 95 degrees and my camera is like right underneath the sun. That's all I can think that it must be. But anyway, so I'm not gonna be able to talk forever because it'll get hot again and it'll just shut off. And so here's the story as I am driving to Costco as we speak. I go into Costco and I have my camera, right? Well, if you go into Costco, I don't know if it's the same way at Sam's Club, but they ask to see your card before you go in there, right? Although I see people go in there all the time and they never ask for their card, but they always ask for my card. So anyway, so I give him my card and I'm like holding my camera. And he was like, can I ask what your camera's for? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna film while I'm in here and just kind of show the things that I buy and whatever. And I was like, I have a vlog on YouTube. He was like, oh, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, excuse me? He was like, you need to go over and talk to customer service. They have to approve that. And I was like, okay. And so like, I started walking in to go around. He goes, oh no, I started walking out to like go in that entrance. He goes, oh no, you need to go through the whole store. I go, but it's right there. And he goes, no, you need to walk through the store and go through the exit where the customer service is. And he was real rude about it. And I said, okay. So I went through the store and I went through the exit and I went to customer service. Of course, they had 20 people up there that they're trying to service and trying to help. So it came to me and I said to the girl, I said, yeah, I was wanting to film in here. I have a vlog on YouTube. Now, I go in a lot of places, you guys, and nobody ever has a problem with it, okay? Like, if anything, they're super nice about it. And they're like, and then they like switch their tune because they want to look good on camera, right? I said to her, like, yeah, I have my camera with me. I want to vlog. I have a vlog on YouTube. She goes, excuse me? And I go, and this is exactly how the conversation went. I said, I'm a YouTuber. I make YouTube videos. I said, I have a vlog. I just wanted to film myself shopping. I promise you I will do it all in good light. And she goes, huh? Like real annoyed with me. And I explained it again, right? She goes, you have to fill out paper at corporate, or you have to get on the corporate headquarters website and blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, can you let me know what that website is where I would find that information? She goes, no, you can just get that from the website. I go, okay. I go, where would I find that on the website? She goes, it's on the corporate website. And then she looks around me, the person behind me, and she goes, okay, I can help you now. And I was like, oh, I guess I just got dismissed, right? So whatever. So I go home and I get on this website. Go to Costco's website. It's the most confusing fucking website in the world. So anyway, I have no idea. I mean, there's not like there's an area that says YouTubers, vloggers. So I finally am like, oh, this must be media because I've done this with like my website and for BookTube and stuff like that. So I go under media and it's like media, like all this kind of stuff. And you have to fill out this form and say like how many actors you're gonna have, what's your script gonna be like, what's your intention, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. And I said, I wanted to do it, like I called it a collaboration. And I said, I want to do a collaboration with you where I come into your store and I'm shopping, yada, yada, yada. For a washer and a dryer, we will make it look like it's in good light and, you know, all this kind of stuff. I don't have any, actors, 1. Film crew, 1. I mean, it wasn't like it was, me with a camera. Is that what it's like, right? And I even put that in the thing. So I got an email back 24 hours later that my request had been denied. I was like, whatever. So I can't film in Costco now, apparently. Isn't that such crap? Why would they not want me to film in there? What are they afraid that the world's gonna see in Costco? Do you have to buy a membership for the world to see you? Well, I'm not in the store, and what I can show you is that there's never any parking spaces at Costco. Although Monday afternoon is actually a pretty good time to come, so. Okay, well, I'm done complaining for the day. But I wish I could show you guys inside of Costco, but I can't. So, bye. Hey, you guys, it's Peter. Okay, you know how like YouTubers will say like they film all of this vlogging footage and then they like only put in like what like gets online? Well, I just filmed like 14 minutes of footage driving around talking, and I was so heated talking about this old work situation that came up today because I found out somebody was gossiping about me. I ain't even talked to this gal in like 10 years. I was like, I am not throwing that up there. And you know what's so funny is that at the end of the 14 minutes, I felt so much better. I was like, I don't even need to talk about this. Do you ever just have days that you're like, oh, not today, not today? I'm trying to think of the lesson that I want to say through this. Okay, okay. I have this like, okay, bad. Oh. So back in the day where I worked, like I left And like the last 3 years that I was not good. And so I had an old friend call me today that said that so-and-so said something about me at a lunch. And I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. And I said, well, what did you say? I always ask that. Like when people, do you have people that call you up and they're like, oh, so-and-so said this about you, right? Well, one, my question always is, I would have been perfectly fine to not have to have known that information, that so-and-so is talking about me. I mean, I don't need to know that. You know what I mean? If I don't know it, how does it affect my life? So it's always interesting to me, the friend that feels the need to tell me that somebody's talking about me, if that makes sense. Like, why do they feel a need to tell on that person? But then this is the interesting thing, is I always say to that person, well, what did you say? Oh, well, I didn't say anything. Well, why not? Well, I didn't know what to say. Oh, so you co-signed their bullshit is basically what, right? But I have let this bother me all day long about this old work situation. I don't know why. But do you ever have like a situation like maybe when you were in high school and like, I don't know, like you went to a party at somebody's house and you ended up getting drunk and acting a fool and everybody talked about it for months to come, and every time you drive by that house it brings that up for you. It's like every time this person is mentioned to me, it's just like nails on the chalkboard. I'm just like, you know what, like I don't talk to her, I've distanced myself from her, she's not in my life anymore, like I haven't seen her in 10 years. Why is my name coming up at a lunch? I don't understand it. Why is she feeling the need to bring up old wounds? So anyway, that was my day today. And I feel like shit, and it's hot outside. And do you ever have those days where you're just like, I am not today. No, ma'am. So I know you guys want me to be inspirational and all that kind of stuff, but like, one of the things that's really hard is that like, I have worked very hard at being forgiving of people and trying to remove resentment from my life. And I would love to tell you guys that on a daily basis, I just wake up and I'm so peaceful and serene. But the reality is I'm human, okay? And when the design for living that recovery has given me is that I don't wake up every day serene and peaceful, okay? But when shit happens, I have a way to deal with that, if that makes sense, to go to a place that's peaceful and serene. And so I use those tools in my toolbox, but like, it's hard some days, you know? Like, I'm human. I'm sure you guys relate to what I'm saying. It's like, you're just like, there are some days that you're just like, oh my God, not today. Why did you bring up that gal's name? I haven't had to think about her in 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, this person made my life a living hell every day. Every day. Like, I literally, like, this is where, like, I truly am not a believer that besides, like, serial killers that have something completely off on them, that there are a lot of people that are born without a conscience. But I do believe there are a lot of people out there that are intent on bringing other people down because it makes them feel good. I really do believe that. I see a lot of narcissistic behavior. And, you know, like, I seem to attract those people in my life. You know what I mean? That people get off by putting me in their place or something. I don't know. But anyway, I came home tonight and I got a Chipotle bowl. Well, just to tie that up. So I told my friend, I said, well, listen, I said, you and I are on good terms. I said, next time you go to a lunch with her, if you find the necessity to need to go engage in that negativity, I said, if my name comes up, can you just do me a favor and say, hey, you know what? He's not here to defend himself, so maybe we shouldn't have that conversation. And she said, okay, I can do that. I said, all right, girl, all right. Now, you know she ain't gonna do that. But at least I said what I needed to say, you know? And I'm not pissed at her. I mean, I know it's hard when you're in those situations, but I'm the first person that'll say that. If I'm at a lunch and somebody's name comes up, I'm always like, hey, listen, why is it okay for you to say it to me, but you sure wouldn't say it if they were sitting here? Like, I say that to my friends. I'm like, this isn't cool, okay? I'm not cool with this mean girl, let's talk behind people's backs bullshit. I'm just not about that, you know? Now, maybe my good Judy Tanya and I do a little bit of that, but you know what I mean? Like, you always have that one friend you talk about everybody with. But, like, if you're in a group with people, I think it's really, like, if you're one-on-one with somebody, that's one thing. But if you're, like, in a group, and this was in a group, this was a group lunch, like 4 people, I think, then it's, like, a different situation, you know? Because I'm being talked about and people don't, anyway. If I spend my life waiting for people to apologize to me and change their behaviors, I'm gonna waste my time, because I learned a long time ago, sometimes people just listen, some people just don't ever change, you know, no matter how bad you want them to. And the only thing I can do is try to be the best version of myself that I possibly can be. I wish that my voice sounded like this all the time, but that I wasn't sick to have to sound this way, because I think it's kind of sexy, actually. Don't you? So I ate my Chipotle bowl, that Alex came home and we talked for a little bit, and then I took a nap because I just didn't get any sleep last night and I didn't feel well, and I don't feel well today. So he was like, babe, why don't you just take a nap? So I took a nap for like 2 hours, and then I got up and I did my live stream. And then I just am having cabin fever a little bit, to be honest with you, because all I did today was run to my office to get that stuff and then go to Costco and Chipotle. And I'm like, I'm so tired of just sitting at home. So I was like, I've got to get out of my house for a little while. So now I'm doing the vlog with you. So hey guys, hey Wolfpack. So many people mentioned to me, they're like, what do you think about the whole Keemstar shouting you out thing? I think it's awesome. It was awesome of him to do that. I got like so many new subscribers off of it. Like an unbelievable amount. I got like 5,000 new subscribers off that. That's like amazing. It's like twice as many people as I went to high school with. Maybe 3 times as many people as I went to high school with. I thought it was super cool. And I think it's so nice when people do that, you know? Like, he didn't have to do that. That's the other thing, is I can sit here and I can talk negatively about people and how some people won't change, but other people will surprise you constantly about the things that they do that are nice or good. You know, there are a lot of people out there that will constantly surprise you about how wonderful they are. I, on a daily basis, and typically through you guys, you know, somebody will send me a message and say something like, hey, I really noticed this about you, and blah, 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 whatever, or a book that you mentioned, and like, how do they remember that, you know? Or somebody will say like, I haven't shown it yet, but I went and picked some packages up from the P.O. box, and I can't remember. Well, oh, I know what it is. I don't want to say. Somebody sent me, okay, so I talked about this book. I'll show it tomorrow. But I talked about this book 1 second after in my vlog, or a live stream, but I think I talked about it in my vlog for like a couple minutes. Somebody, I think it was Dana, sent it to me. I could not believe it, the sequel to it. And I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. And so like, I love, because that is, I think, one of the kindest compliments anybody can ever give you, is when they remember a small detail about something about you. You know what I mean? Like, if you say, you know, like, oh, my favorite, and this is not my favorite candy, I'm gonna make something up, but if you say, like, my favorite candy is, like, Junior Mints, and then, like, you come over to their house to watch a movie, and they've got you Junior Mints, like, you know what I mean? Like, my friend Melissa is always like that. Like, she remembers every little detail about things like that. And you guys are wonderful. Like, you remember and give me messages and Snapchats and all this kind of stuff, and send me stuff all the time that, like, you remember just, like, the smallest little details. I think it's so cool. Oh, you guys, I hope my throat feels better tomorrow. Every time I take an antibiotic, I don't usually start feeling better until like the 3rd day. It is 79 degrees outside, and it is so humid. It is like so Indiana summer, like you cannot believe it. I really wanted to sit outside tonight and read, but it was too hot for even that. That little house is so cozy. Little cozy house. Wonder what they're doing in there. All cozy with their little dogs, probably. So Somebody said in my live stream tonight I was sitting on my front porch and I was so hot, and I think they thought I was inside, and they go, well, don't you have air conditioning? I'm like, yeah, I have air conditioning, but then I like went inside and I thought about it, like last summer, how we didn't have air conditioning before we got our new air conditioner, and it was like, I've told that story on here not too long ago about how bad it was, and it was like 95 the whole 2 weeks that we were, 3 weeks that we were out of air conditioning. And I thought, do you know how blessed we are, most of us, to have air conditioning? There are so many people in the world that don't have air conditioning. I know a lot of people in the United States that don't have air conditioning. You know, a lot of old farmhouses and stuff like that don't have it. They don't have central air, and they have to have like those box units in their bedroom, or, you know, air conditioning is expensive. We're on that budget thing. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like for the power company, because like I remember like the first year I was living in the condo, like February, it was like -0, like negative 20 degrees. It was so cold. Negative 20, I don't know. But it was negative degrees. It was so cold, like for all of February. And my bill that month was like $400. And we have a small condo. And then like August that year was like equally as much. And I was like, oh no, no, no. So then what you do is you do this like balance thing, right? Or they average it out. So you pay a little bit more, because like in April when it wouldn't be expensive, it'd only be like $20. We pay like 80 or something like that, or 90. 86, I think. But then at the end of the year, like in December or January, like if it's gone over, like it doesn't affect you. Like they don't charge you more. But if it's under, they give you like a credit, which is very cool, don't you think? So, yeah. And then with my office, I've been trying to like turn up my air like when I leave and keep it at like 75. And it's kept my bills down, so. Because my bills last summer in my office were so expensive for the electricity. I am seeing lightning. It looks like it's going to thunderstorm outside. Well, listen, you guys, I'm going to end a little early tonight. You guys are like, a little early? Yeah, I'm going to end a little early because my throat is killing me, and I don't want to tax it too much by talking for 45 minutes, which you know I'm good at. And, so anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're relaxed. I hope you're enjoying your summer so far. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.